Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Chapter 2 of The Forgotten City. So, last time we finished off by speaking to the magistrate, who has asked us to investigate some of the citizens of the city to see who may be a suspect of possibly breaking the golden rule. And this golden rule from last chapter is a rule in which any of the citizens of the city who even sin once, all of the citizens within this city suffer. Quote from the graffiti that we saw in the plaque that said, "The many shall suffer for the sins of the one." Well, that stands true right now. So we're going to be on our way to talk to many more of the citizens here in the city and follow up on our investigation, see what we can find out. So let's go ahead and start and see what this chapter has for us today. All right, so we just finished speaking to the mayor here in last chapter, and we are now... This is so beautiful. This is just absolutely amazing. I'm sorry, I just can't get over how detailed this is. It's just absolutely beautiful. Like, I would say a masterpiece in my book. So... Oh, cool. I can jump around on the roof and everything. So, alright, we have a quest journal. To see the objective markers for a given quest, click the eye icon beside it. Oh. Okay, so we can set one by one. Main goals, point of origin. I traveled thousands of years into the past. I'll need to find a way back to my original timeline, somehow. So I need to create a time paradox. According to Sendius, I'll be flung back to my own time if I can create a paradox. I'll need to change history in a way that makes my being in the past impossible. For example, Sendius says if I prevent that sin that breaks the golden rule, then he'll never create the portal. And it'll be impossible for me to be in the past. A paradox. So, this city lives in fear of a mysterious law called the Golden Rule. I need to figure out who is most likely to break the Golden Rule and inform Sendius. It seems that everyone in the city is going to die because of one person breaking this Golden Rule. I need to figure out who it is. To that end, Sendius asked me to talk to everyone and help them if it will win their trust. He also authorized me to enter their homes and inspect their possessions and documents if necessary. So, optional, tell Sendius you suspect Domitius has been intimidating voters into voting for Malleolus. Oh gosh, it's gonna take me a while to figure out these names. It's election day, and Malleolus is hoping to oust Sendius as magistrate. I'll need to stop him somehow. Figure out how to make Malleus drop out of the election. I'll need to dig up some dirt on him somehow. I should meet him. Dying gasp. Something's wrong with the Shrine of Apollo. Find out what's distressing Lucerati. Oh gosh, guys, I'm so sorry with these names. The Locked Villa. Demetrius has denied me access to Malleus's villa. I'll need to get creative if I want to get inside. Figure out how to get into his villa. Okay. Well, I have a flashlight and scopes. Okay. Cool. All right, guys. Let's go back. So we can steal. We shouldn't do that though because that's against the golden rule. A note from him, from Scintilla. Scintilla expresses gratitude to Sentius for adopting her. Scintilla to Sentius. May Jupiter Optimus Maximus continue to protect and guide you. Thank you for making me your daughter. And for the lovely birthday pendant. I promise will wear it always. I feel so safe and fortunate to have you as my father and Sentia as my sister. I sense you've been feeling apprehensive about the election next month. But if you can just show them the strong and dependable man I know you to be, you will be reelected. I'm sure of it. Okay, so everybody's really like, this guy must be very trustworthy. I don't know what to think about him, you know? It's like, I don't know him well enough yet. I mean, we had a nice conversation last chapter, and he's respectable. I will say that. He seems like a very respectable character in this game. But as always, you know, I like to hear both sides of the story. I like to talk to his opponent to see what he says, you know?
Fear is proof of a degenerate mind.
These whispers are coming from these golden statues. You know what? Is that golden statue? Just a little theory here of mine. Is this possibly a golden statue from previous...
Fear is proof of a degenerate mind.
These golden statues from the last time the city was in destruction, possibly? Inspectable. These carrots are purple, as they were before modern orange carrots were cultivated. That is so cool. I read about that one time. The carrots were purple in color. Stranger.
Ugh, I wish Horatius would stop letting barbarians in here. What do you want?
Oh, excuse me. What's your story?
I'm Sentia, eldest daughter of the magistrate. But you'd know that if you'd been invited in here and introduced properly. What are you doing in here? And why are you dressed like that?
Charming. Do you know a way out of here?
Ugh, what is it with you people? You heard the rumor that my little sister escaped and figure I must know a way out too. Is that it? Well, that's just a stupid rumor. We have no idea what happened to Scintilla. I wish you mouth breathers would just leave me alone.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can I help you?
I don't know. Can you? Can you tell me how a person could have disappeared from a city with no exits and no crime? Was she snatched away by the harpies?
Well, when did you last see her?
It was 3 weeks ago. We ate our evening meal together, and I remember she seemed happy. In love.
In love?
We went into our rooms, I went to sleep, and when I woke up, she was gone. That's it.
So, she was seeing someone, being that she was in love.
I think so, yes. But she was very careful about keeping his identity a secret, even from me.
So, why is that? Why would there have to be secrets?
Because our father had plans to marry her off, eventually, and even a rumor about her attachment to some mystery man might have ruined those plans.
So your father didn't mention any of this when I spoke to him. Any idea why he wouldn't?
That doesn't surprise me. To him, it was like a prize cow wandering off from its paddock. He's upset, of course, but he says he's too busy with the election to help look for her. So he's letting Horatius do the heavy lifting. Some good that's done.
So is it possible that her lover was involved with this?
I don't know, but it's been 3 weeks since she disappeared, and he hasn't come forward. That might speak to a guilty conscience. All I know is, whoever he is, he's still here in the city.
Wouldn't that be considered a sin, though, with the golden rule? I don't know, that's strange. If she was kidnapped, that'd be considered a sin, and the city was to be destroyed. That's kind of strange. Huh. So, Sentius, Sentia, Scintilla, yeah, why are all your names so similar?
You really aren't from here, are you? All Roman women are named after their fathers. I think it's their way of branding us, like cattle to be sold at market. His family name is Sentius, so I'm Sentia because I'm the eldest. And my little sister is formerly Sentia Minor, but she is affectionately known as Scintilla.
You look surprisingly relaxed about your sister's disappearance.
I hope you're not insinuating I'm somehow pleased with her disappearance.
I think you know something you're not telling me.
Ugh, you're awful. Get out of my villa and never speak to me again.
Come on.
Do I need to ask Horatius to escort you out of here? Get out, you horrid barbarian!
Alright, fine, whatever. I probably shouldn't have said that. I really ticked her off, didn't I? Oh boy. Yeah, I shouldn't have said that. Should have said, like, that was just an observation, you know, nothing against you, but yeah, I gotta be a little bit wiser with my choice of words here.
Keep an eye out for Scintilla, would you?
Yep. It's no doubt unpleasant cooking with such poor ventilation, but Romans probably regard that as their servant's problem. Yeah, that's true. A Roman fire shovel made of bronze. It smells like ash. That's pretty cool. I like the old tools and everything in here. That's really cool how they incorporated that into this. It's cool to just look around at things, you know, and just...
On your best behavior, I trust?
I'm trying to, but she doesn't seem to think so. I'm sorry. What we got in here? A bust. Sculpture of Ares, the Greek god of war, known to the Romans as Mars. Pretty cool. A vial. A small vial containing a rudimentary perfume made from flowers and oil. Cool. Cosmetic jar. Brass jar containing some sort of powder for makeup. That's cool. Like I said, I love that. Sentia's journal. Dear diary. Today, my father suggested I write a diary as a way of keeping myself occupied while we all deal with the sudden and devastating disappearance of my sister. I'm sorry, what? As a dutiful daughter, of course, I shall oblige. The following pages contain my innermost secrets. I know you're reading this, Father. I may be young, but do not think me stupid. We're all entitled to our secrets, Cynthia. Brass mirror. Polished into a rudimentary mirror, which has been used for applying makeup. This is her chest. Yeah, I'm not going to steal that. I have no need to right now. Ink jar. A ceramic ink jar. The ink jar appears to be made from soot and water. Some Scintilla's chest. Oops, wrong button. What's over here? Okay, that just takes us back out to the garden. Okay, let's Sentius. Magistrate. Who is this? Who are you?
What were you two talking about?
Wait a minute. You're the guy I saw. You were a golden statue. I remember you. You were running away in stride. Sorry, what?
Don't play dumb. I saw you. Having a shady little chat with old man Sentius up on his balcony. What's he offering you? Money? Favours? What's your vote worth to him?
We weren't talking about the election.
What else would you be murmuring about on election day? Mark my words, Malleolus is going to be magistrate by the end of the day. And if I tell him you've sided with that feeble old has-been, that you've been trying to undermine his hard-won victory, you'll have picked the wrong patron. Got it?
I wasn't thinking of interfering, but now I am. I don't care about the election. I'm going to try to remain neutral with this guy. I do not care about the election.
Good. Then stay out of it. Nobody likes Caput Murday foreigners interfering in an election.
Fine. Mind if I ask you some questions?
Can't hurt.
So what's your story?
Her name's Domitius. You want to get to Malleolus, you go through me.
I'd like to meet Malleolus.
Too bad. He's busy. Unless... No. You don't look like you could afford it.
For what?
I'm glad you asked. See, he's a busy man, and this is an important day. He'll be inside practicing his victory speech for tonight. Left me strict instructions he doesn't want to be disturbed. So if you want to see him, I'll need something valuable in return.
Alright. What do you want?
Dunno. Something good.
Isn't soliciting bribes a sin here under the golden rule?
Bribe? That's such an ugly word. What I'm looking for is more of a tribute to me, your soon-to-be patron.
Well, I'll see what I can do.
Just make it good.
So do you know a way out of here?
When Malleolus wins the election, yeah, this place will change. You won't even want to leave. You'll see.
What do you think about this golden rule?
I think it's gone on long enough, and Malleolus is going to put an end to it once he's elected.
Okay, see, that's not good. So how's he gonna do that?
He's going to announce it in his victory speech. Just you wait and see.
Why can't you tell me now?
'Cause if I tell you, and it gets out, it'll give old man Sentius a chance to interfere in our plans. And we can't have that.
Sounds great. So can I help in some way?
We've already lined up the votes he needs to win. Just stay out of our way, and we won't have a problem.
So, who are you gonna vote for? I have to say Malleolus.
Malleolus, of course.
Okay, yeah.
If old man Sentius can't even protect his own daughter, how can we trust him to protect us?
Yeah. You got a point there, but hey, Demetrius, I'm gonna be going now.
Whatever. Just remember, I'll be watching.
I know you will. Take care, bud. You do what you're doing there. Your workouts. Which way do I want to go, guys? I think, I might go over this way. Yeah, seriously, these golden statues, see? They're whispering. Every time I walk past a golden statue, they whisper. It's like, I swear. Like, those are statues from the past. From the previous destruction of the city. Sir, hi.
Name's Rufius. Better watch your step.
Hey, Rufius. What's your story?
Can't talk long. Got to stay sharp, but... family's from Solutia on Tigris. Babylon province. But I've been roaming a long time now. Even joined the legions. The 6th. The one they call Ironclads.
I've heard of that before. So, how did you end up here, Rufius?
Same way as everyone else.
Yeah. So, why are you still wearing your legionary armor?
Because we're all in grave danger. Is it not obvious?
Danger? Well, why don't you have your weapon?
Magistrate made me toss it in the chasm. Stupid. Going to have to improvise now.
Not much of a talker, are you, Rufius?
If you were dealing with what I am, you wouldn't be either.
So, what are you dealing with?
None of your business.
Yeah.
Intruder ipsum commensura.
Okay, can we talk about something else?
We have to.
Well, do you know a way out of here?
If I did, do you think we'd be having this conversation?
Got a point. What do you think about this golden rule?
I'll tell you this much. I hate the fact that my survival depends on the common sense of other people.
What do you mean?
I mean, all these people just bumble along like nothing's wrong. While we're one bad decision away from being wiped out. Like the last lot of people who lived here. Seems like I'm the only one ready for what's coming. Whatever that is. And when it hits, it's everyone for themselves. You've been warned.
What do you think is coming?
I don't know. But did you ever get the feeling some of these statues are watching us when we're not looking? Like they're waiting for something. I don't like it.
I'm gonna be brutally honest right now with what I feel, and I think he's right. But I think you're right, Rufius. I really do.
Of course I am.
So, if you don't mind me asking, who are you going to vote for?
Malleolus. Not sure I trust Sentius. Couldn't even protect his daughter in a city without sin. How's he going to protect us?
Well, is there anything I could do to make you change that?
No.
Okay, fair enough. Well, Rufius, nice talking to you. I'll be going now. I'll leave you go on your way.
Whatever.
Such a kind spirit. All right, let's keep walking along here and just checking everything out. See, there's another one. This thing literally changed his head. His head was down, and now it's up. Yep. That's Rufius coming back up this way. Yep, those heads are moving. Definitely. Oh, yeah, get out of your way, Rufius. Let's see. Oh, cool. Hello. Oh, this is one of my goals. Lucretia. I'm sorry.
Give me a moment. Sorry I'm such a mess. I just lost a patient and a dear friend. Yulia. She was a good woman.
Oh. What happened?
She was poisoned. She came in here frothing at the mouth. Normally I'd treat her with resin of Silphium, a rare plant which is perfect for this sort of thing. And I knew Decius had some at his market stall, right around the corner. So I ran over there, but he just looks at me with this evil smile and says, "That'll be 1,000 denarii." There was no way I could afford that, and he knew it. Then that toad shrugs and says, "Supply and demand. I guess you don't value your friend's life that highly." Anywhere else, I'd just pay a thug to steal it from his stall. But there's no way I can do that down here, with the golden rule. So all I could do is come back here and just watch her die. I kept on apologizing. And now I'll never know who poisoned her, or how they managed to do it without breaking the golden rule, or why she cursed that snake's cruel black eyes with her dying breath.
I am so sorry to hear that. That's sad. Why would you, I mean, why would he not give her what she needed? I mean, that just tells me he knew what was going on. He knew she was poisoned. He either was the one that poisoned her, or he was part of that. Like, yeah. Man, we're digging into some deep stuff here, I think. So is there something I can do to help you?
Well, unless you have the power to bring someone back from the dead, there's really just one thing you can do.
What's-
Get me that Silphium Resin. I'm going to have another patient in here soon. Could be in the next day, or in the next hour. And I will not allow this to happen again. I don't care how you get it, but you have to make it happen. Because if I lose another patient this way, I swear to the gods below, not even the golden rule will stop me from marching up to that Genetricum Fututo and scratching his eyes out.
I'm gonna be honest, that's dangerous talk considering it's the golden rule. I mean, you know what's gonna happen if you do that.
Then you'd better get me that Silphium quickly, hadn't you?
Yeah. Lucretia, I think that's how you pronounce your name. I'm sorry, but Yulia. Collection of barbaric-looking medical implements, including forceps and shears. The mortar and pestle haven't changed much in the last 2 millennia. Yeah, they're still around today. Herb rack, a wooden rack containing various dried and ground substances. Interesting, interesting. Statue of Apollo. A large stone statue of Apollo, the Roman and Greek god of disease and healing, among other things.
May Apollo keep you safe.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and see what I can do. Let's go over here. Yeah, I know. The door's locked.
traveler from a faraway land.
Hello.
Greetings, I'm Georgius.
Georgius.
It gladdens me to see another foreigner in our midst. We must stick together, you and I. And I must say, my sartorial friend, your clothing is most extraordinary. Leather boots in place of sandals, trousers with precise stitching, and such a curious design. I have traveled distant trade routes from the markets of Damascus to the farms of India, and never have I seen anyone dressed quite like you. Tell me, I must know, from which exotic part of the world do you hail?
I gotta be honest, you probably would never believe me if I told you.
And now you have me more intrigued than before. But since it appears you do not wish to share, I will wait until we are better friends. We will have much time here to get to know one another. But for now, do you require assistance? I know you do not require clothing, so information perhaps?
What's your story, Georgius?
My story? How kind of you to ask. I am a tailor and I run the humble shop in the forum.
So why set up a tailor shop here?
You mean to say, with all the turmoil and terror of the Golden Rule and so few customers, why bother setting shop at all?
It does seem kind of unnecessary, but yes, more or less.
I'll
Yeah.
tell you, it is precisely because of the Golden Rule that I wish to remind my friends of the importance of looking one's best. I say, the more of our customs we preserve down here, the more we can preserve a semblance of normality, the better our chances of keeping our heads. Don't you agree?
Fair enough. How'd you end up here?
A good question. A very good question indeed. And I would be happy to tell you if only I could remember it clearly myself.
Oh, so why don't you tell me what you do remember then?
I remember I had just been to Rome to sell an extraordinary selection of wares, and droning in coin, I decided to celebrate my success. I rented a prestigious villa by the Tiber, invited over a few select friends, and we began making our way through some of the most exquisite wine money could buy. Quite a lot of it, in fact. Now, I have had visions and awoken in strange places before. I have even found myself naked in the desert sands more than once, but none of that compares to this. This time, I remember people screaming, then falling into a void as empty as time before creation, gasping for air, and then nothing. When I regained my faculties, I was lying naked by the banks of the Tiber, gods know how many miles from my villa.
So you floated down the Tiber.
Indeed. I'm lucky I was carrying a little extra weight. I believe it kept me afloat. In any case, it seems I'd been rescued and resuscitated by a benevolent stranger. I went to find firewood for his campfire, stumbled across a cave, and discovered that trapdoor temple. And here I am.
Let's talk about something else.
Anything you like.
Do you know a way out of here?
Not so loud. What are you playing at?
Sorry, did I say something wrong?
Have you not been told about the last attempt?
No. The last attempt?
Oh, then I suppose this duty falls to me. It is a long story.
Why don't you tell me?
Of course, the first question any of us asks when we first arrive is, how do I escape? It is only natural after all. And scaling the chasm wall is out of the question, for it is simply too steep and too far. But as they say, if the wind fails, use the oars. And here the second option is to leave the way we came in, through the shaft above the bathhouse. See, the shaft is quite high, but if one gathered up enough wood, one could make a series of ladders and climb one's way out.
So, why hasn't anyone done that yet?
They have. I am getting to that. There was an attempt, made by resourceful fellows who lived here some years ago. They even decided to keep records of their escape attempt for posterity. Unfortunately, as soon as they began to carry the first ladder down the hallway,
They heard the godlike voice shake the entire city, and that, tragically, is where their tale ends. So it seems that to merely attempt escape is to invite the wrath of whichever god oversees this place, and so I say it is best to not even discuss it aloud.
Got it. Thanks. What do you think of the golden rule?
Ah, yes. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. As a Greek, this is nothing new to me. It is how our gods operate.
Why do you say that?
Have you not heard the tale of the god Hades? He was the first to learn this dreadful lesson when he abducted Persephone and imprisoned her in the underworld. When Demeter, the mother of Persephone, learned of this, she did not punish Hades, the guilty one. Instead, she changed the climate of Earth so that it became hot and dry. Nothing grew. The grain turned to empty husks and the rivers dried up. Innocent people died by the tens of thousands until at last the other gods were forced to act, lest they have no worshippers left. So yes, we know this rule. This has always been the case. The Golden Rule has merely brought it into focus.
So, what can we do about it?
If we are to survive, I say we must each heed the simple wisdom of Thales of Miletus, first of the 7 sages of Greece, who said, "Avoid doing what you would blame others for doing."
Yeah, it's easier said than done.
Regrettably, I think you are correct, my friend. For even if 99% of us adopt this principle, that will never be enough. Sadly, no matter how well we protect ourselves, the life's work of many good people can be undone in the blink of an eye by a single selfish act.
I know. I've seen it happen.
Ah, the voice of experience. I am sorry for your loss, my friend. But on a lighter note, I will say one thing for the Golden Rule. For all their grim and haunting poses, these golden statues do make magnificent models for my clothing, do they not?
If you don't mind me asking you, Georgius, it's none of my business, but would you mind telling me who you're going to vote for?
That, my friend, is quite the dilemma. But after some reflection, I'm leaning toward voting for Malleolus. I do not enjoy the thought of another visit from Domitius if I voted the wrong way.
Anything I could do to change your mind on that?
Nothing comes to my mind, my friend.
Okay, fair enough. Well, Georgius, it was nice talking to you. I'll leave it to your business, and I'll be on my way.
I hope that our paths cross again soon, my friend.
Me too. Take care. So, you know what I'm thinking? After that conversation with him, the last time this city was brought to destruction, was it because people tried to escape? Or was it because there was a sin that was committed? I mean, if escaping is a sin, okay, that's one thing. But was it from that or was it from something else? And I'm just like speculating a lot of theories right now. Like all these individuals, all these citizens in this city.
You look well, my sartorial friend.
Are they all stuck in this time loop with me? Like, are we all in the same time loop? I don't know. You know, it's just so many theories I have right now, and it's just hard to tell. There's just... I just don't want to steal that because that is a sin, and I have a feeling something bad is going to happen. You know? Please help me. All of you know what happened before. I know you're following me right now. Oh, a bottle of Silphium Resin, an extremely valuable ancient Roman remedy for various affections. Oh, this is what I need so bad. I need to give this to her. But I can't steal it. It's just not right. That is something I just cannot do. Bread. Designed to be pulled apart into different wedges. Appears to be freely available to anyone who wants it. Sure. I'll take it. Roman recipe for bread. A simple recipe for baking bread. Huh. That's cool. Maybe I'll try to make that later. There's the mill. Stone mill. Yeah, the old time mills. Let's see. There's a lot of talking in this game. I will say that. A lot of conversations to be had here with these characters. Laurarium. Household shrine where ancient Romans offered daily prayers for protection. Oh. Things to buy once I've escaped. A villa, 2-horse chariot, seat on the Senate, 4-horse chariot, a villa on the Bay of Naples, 10-horse chariot, 12 slave girls, pale and plump. A sculpture of Minerva, a Roman goddess of strategy. There's Ares again. I'm just trying to check out all the buildings and stuff here, guys, and just see.
Salve.
Oh, hello. Virgil.
Ah, a new face. Salve, and welcome to a little community. My name's impossible to pronounce for most people, so you can just call me Virgil. You arrived on a sad day, friend. What with Julia's death? I wish we could have met under better circumstances.
Yeah, me too. So Virgil, what's your story?
Well, I'm an architect. Or at least I was back in Rome. That's probably too grandiose a term to describe what I do here. Help out with repairs and try to stop old buildings from collapsing on people. That kind of thing. But you probably don't want to hear about the ingenious architecture or mysterious history of this place.
Wrong. Tell me about the city's history.
Oh, I'm glad you asked. Some of these shrines were constructed hundreds of years ago, which means Romans have been arriving here for at least that long. But there's one thing that puzzles me. The oldest shrine in this avenue isn't Roman at all. It's Greek.
Isn't it common for Romans to copy Greek art and architecture, though?
Well, yes, that could be the reason. Or it could mean that there were Greeks living and worshipping here before the Romans arrived. Which begs the interesting question, who really built this place? And could it be far older than any of us imagine? If only there was a way we could talk to the people who came here before us. The stories they could tell.
Oh yeah, believe me, I know. So, what about the city's architecture? What can you tell me about that?
Gladly. Personally, my favorite thing about this place is the aqueducts. Those series of adjoining arches. They're an ingenious feat of Roman engineering with a very practical purpose. They take fresh water coming from outside the city and distribute it all across the chasm. It's funneled below the palace and into a cistern beneath the Great Temple. Some of it flows down into another cistern beneath the villas, and the rest is funneled to the shrine of Proserpina, where it fills the lake, and allows us to fish and farm.
So, if they're bringing water into the city, couldn't people use them to escape?
Hey, not so loud. Just talking about that could anger the gods for all we know. I'm not saying it's impossible, but you'd have to find a way inside somehow. Just, please, try to be a bit more discreet about it.
Oh. So you probably couldn't escape through the cistern. So, tell me about this temple that's up on the bluff.
You mean the Great Temple?
Yeah.
This one's a bit of a mystery. Given the way it's positioned so prominently, looking down on us, it's clear that whoever built it felt it was the most important temple in the city. Unfortunately, someone else went out of their way to keep its purpose a mystery. You see, usually a temple is dedicated to a particular god, like Proserpina or Diana or Apollo. Usually, that god is obvious. But in this case, it's unknown. There's an obelisk out the front, which probably used to bear the name of this unknown god. But it appears some barbarian defaced it. And of course we can't get inside because it's locked up tighter than the Temple of Saturn in Rome. And that contains the treasury. So we're all left wondering, which god is that temple dedicated to? And could it be the one responsible for the Golden Rule? Unless somebody figures out a way inside, I suppose we'll never know.
Interesting. Sounds like an adventure to me. And a challenge to get inside. So Virgil, let's talk about something else.
Of course.
Do you know a way out of here? I know we kind of talked about that cistern, but...
You wouldn't believe how often the new ones ask that question. But I'd tell you the same thing I tell everyone else. There are much worse places to live out your days. You might have a few sleepless nights thinking about the Golden Rule, but once you get used to the fear, knowing that a single slip-up could cost you everything, it's not too bad. Nothing new to me, anyway.
Okay. I don't know about that. I mean, what do you mean, though, I guess? You kind of say that in a calm way, as if it's okay.
Oh, I just mean I grew up in the Batavi tribe, far to the north in Noviomagus, and learned to expect a bit of hostility. They weren't nearly as tolerant as the Romans.
Oh, I see. So what's your thoughts on this Golden Rule?
Some people say it's divine, the work of a god, but I'm not so sure. It just seems so flawed to me. Like it's distinctly human. I mean, once you've been here long enough, you'll notice people doing things that just seem so wrong to you. But this so-called god doesn't seem to care, which means one of two things. Either you don't know the difference between right and wrong, or this unknown god doesn't. And I'm pretty sure I know the difference. Do you?
That's a good theory there, Virgil. A very good theory. I mean, I would have to say yes. Yeah, I think so.
Good. Then I hope you'll agree that there are only two ways of dealing with unfair rulers. The first is to leave. The second is to remove the ruler from power. And it seems leaving may not be an option.
So how do you remove a god from power?
Good question. It's best if I say no more, but I hope you'll give it some thought.
I noticed the graffiti. Why does someone think you're a sinner?
Look, I haven't done anything wrong, if that's what you're thinking. Somebody just has a problem with my preference for male company.
You like men?
Hey, nothing gets by you, huh? Sorry, that was mean. Yes, I like men. And when you grow up in the north, as I did, in the city of Noviomagus, you expect a bit of hostility. The Batavi are not known for their tolerance. I saw enough friends killed or driven away to know the cost of not keeping your personal affairs to yourself. So I hid who I was for, what was it, nearly 10 years? Watching what I said and where I looked. But that kind of fear eats away at you slowly, until living isn't any better than the thing you were afraid of. Needless to say, since I'm now living underground, halfway across the known world, with an assumed name, my openness didn't go down well among the enlightened folk of the Batavi.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Nice of you to say, but not necessary. In any case, the Romans are far more accepting, and among them, I get to be who I am. Or at least, I thought that was the case. It seems I was wrong.
Do you know who's writing the graffiti?
It's not just graffiti. I have quite a collection of handwritten notes too. The strange thing is, I keep my personal affairs to myself. I've never really been interested in any of the men here. Not my type. So I'm not sure what I could have done to upset this person. If I had to guess, I'd say it's probably one of those cultists.
Cultist?
Strange bunch. They insist there's only one god, and that he considers my nature a sin. Can you believe that? If there are any of them here, they won't admit it. Not since they supposedly burnt down half of Rome last year and went into hiding. All I know is, if these threats keep escalating, eventually my secret admirer is going to cross a line and break the golden rule.
Let me look into this for you.
What? Really? I didn't expect that. But thanks. It's always a pleasure to meet someone so selfless. I'm glad you arrived when you did. I'd start by figuring out who the cultists are. Or maybe ask around among the merchants here. Someone who lives or works in the forum must have seen something. But if you find them, please don't hurt or humiliate them. I suspect they're just confused.
See what I can do. So, you kind of said something about removing somebody from power. So does that go without saying who I should assume you're going to vote for?
Well, Malleolus is talking about loosening some of the restrictions in this place. And while it's all a bit vague, at least he has a vision.
Anything I can do to change that? I mean, it's possible he may be removing those restrictions that could possibly break the golden rule.
My vote isn't for sale, if that's what you're asking.
Okay, well, I'll leave you to that then. I'll be going now and be back with you shortly to see if I find anything out.
Nice to talk to you.
So... and... odd without a horn, but it must have been more modern invention. Yeah. Bellows. Yep. Cool. Oh, there's one of them shovels again. So he has somebody that's possibly what's this say? Virgil, they may not see you yet, but I want you to know I see you. So that's one of those notes he's been getting. A note insinuating that Virgil is a sinner. Virgil, do you really want to be responsible for the sin that destroys us all? So, somebody's possibly...
Make sure you stay away from that empty shrine. It's going to collapse at any moment.
Okay. Let's see here.
Help! You have to do something.
A
man arrived in the baths. Real nasty sort, with his face all covered up. And he's got a weapon.
What?
You have to do something, or he's gonna break the golden rule.
Confront the armed man entering the city. I'll get right on it. I mean, how? Wait. Yeah. Who are you, first of all?
Fabia, but now's not the time.
Okay,
Do you want
Fabia.
to help or not?
Here's the problem. I don't have a weapon.
None of us do. The magistrate made us throw them all into the chasm. So now this man's bow is the only one in the city. You'll just have to improvise.
Great. Okay. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. He's still in there, somewhere. I have to hide. Find me in this empty shrine when it's over.
Do not go in there, because it's going to collapse.
What? Why?
Just trust me.
All right, fine. Come and find me in my bakery instead. Please be careful.
Okay, so we have to find a bow. So this is where we came in. Yeah. Okay.
Stop right there. I'm looking for Tiberius Quinctius Crispus, otherwise known as Quinctius. Do you know where he is?
Should I lie? I feel like he's here to cause destruction. I think this is the time to lie and have him enter into the shrine. So, I'm gonna risk it. Yes, I saw him worshiping in a small round shrine just inside the city. Second building on your left.
Thank you. For your service to the Empire, I'll let you live for now, but you'd best make sure our paths don't cross again.
Curse you, cultist.
Alright, guys. Looks like we got ourselves a bow. Bounty notice. By order of Emperor Nero, all loyal sons of Rome are ordered to hunt and execute the arsonist and murderer Tiberius Quinctius Crispus, a citizen from Aventine district of Rome. He is about 40 to 50 years old. He is average height, average build, has dark hair, and has one green eye and one blue eye. He is typically clean shaven. He is a known associate of cultists and suffers from delusions of grandeur. Okay, so this guy has different cover eyes. I'm going to take that. I'll take the arrow. Denarius. Okay, well, we got some items there. Yeah, that was, I love how you can you can just inspect the architecture here. That's so cool. I just love the detail that was put into this game. So yeah. So we stopped this dude from killing somebody because If we would have let him go to kill this guy, whoever he is, he must be in here somewhere. He must be a citizen in this city. That would have been a sin, and everybody would have suffered for it. So, oh, dude, we just found a hidden entrance. Wow. I think I'm gonna go ahead and explore this. But yeah, I think we're gonna end this here, guys. I don't know how far this goes, where it's gonna lead us to, so I think gonna wrap that up for this chapter here. This will be chapter 2. So we'll continue exploring and investigating here in the next chapter. Alright guys, well, that does it for chapter 2 here. I would love to keep going and see what's in this secret tunnel that we just found. I wasn't expecting that. So a lot has happened there. We got to talk to some more citizens. We got to talk to one of his daughters. We got to talk to the nurse lady. I cannot remember her name. We got to talk to Georgius, the market guy, Virgil, Rufius, and this Fabia, who's in distress. And we found this stranger coming in with a bow wanting to kill somebody. And supposedly, I don't know, we had to probably investigate this guy. I'm wondering if this is one of the citizens in this city. So it's definitely gonna be worth looking into. But we couldn't allow him there in the city. That would just cause the whole entire city to be wiped out. Finding him and murdering him, yeah. It was better to do what we did, I think. So, well, next chapter, guys, we're gonna explore that tunnel. And we're gonna continue exploring the city and talking to a few more citizens and continue our investigation. So, I know there's a lot of conversations in here. It may seem exhaustive, but once we get everybody's story, then we'll definitely be on the hunt here and finding out some answers. So let me know what you guys think. Like and subscribe. I got more of these videos coming, more indie games coming too, and I'm gonna be playing those in between. So as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe so you know when the next video is going to come up. And until next time, take care, ladies and gentlemen.